Hi, I'm Charlene, founder of From Caterpillars to Butterflies.com, walking my dog this evening, or at least she's walking me. My personal motto is to be really you. That means 100% of you, 100% of the time. I believe that life conditions us at a young age to suppress who we really are. So much so that as we get older, we don't even know who we are anymore. We've piled on so many layers. I remember when I was in high school, we had a senior ditch day. We were pretty lame seniors. We went to breakfast. And everyone's talking, laughing, socializing. I'll never forget it. One of my classmates says to me, "You laugh loudly," in such an abrasive, accusatory kind of way, and I felt myself shrink. Did I laugh loudly? Did I miss the memo on an appropriate laugh or an appropriate volume of a laugh? And that's how it happens. Enough of those experiences of people giving you feedback, life giving you feedback, events giving you feedback, and you shrink because you're trying to fit this imaginary mold of what is expected and what's right and what's success and all these other things. And then you grow up and you have kids and you get married and now you have all these other roles that you have to play, and it just adds more layers that keep pushing the real you down. 8 years ago, I did not know who I was. And I didn't know that I didn't know who I was. But it showed up in my life. It showed up in how I presented myself. It showed up in my experiences. I welcomed people and experiences into my life that did not belong. But I didn't know that they didn't belong because I didn't know who I was. I let people, a man, stay for way too long in my life because I did not know who I was. And I wasn't happy, I wasn't fulfilled, I wasn't satisfied. I didn't feel comfortable in my own skin. I did not feel comfortable in my own skin, and I even felt ashamed at times. Ashamed at the life I was living, the things that I was settling for, accepting. And it took me taking the journey of back to myself. It took me going on a self-discovery journey of learning who I really was to create a more fulfilling life. And the life that I live now compared to the life I lived 8 years ago is completely different. My cup literally runs over. Not because of things being perfect. Everything's not perfect. I don't have everything I want. I still have dreams and goals. But I'm happy with the woman that I am and the life that I live. And I'm super fulfilled and things are I feel comfortable in my skin again. I feel comfortable in my own skin again. I feel comfortable with who I am again. And that's why I'm so excited to announce my new program, 90-Day Rediscover You Private Intensive, for the woman who has lost sense of who she is. And it shows up in her life. It shows up in her experiences. It shows up in her self-esteem and in her belief system and her values and her mindset. And she's ready to finally peel back all the layers and get back to her true, real, authentic self. And if that sounds like something that could benefit you, then message me right here on Facebook and let's chat about the details of how you can learn more about the Rediscover You 90-Day Private Intensive. Joseph Campbell has a quote that I love. He says, "The privilege of a lifetime is being who you are." And I thought about that quote and I thought, why is it a privilege to be who you are? And what I decided is that because most people won't do it. Most people won't take the journey back to the real self, their authentic, powerful self. But you can. You can take the journey back, and you can get started by sending me a message here. I'm only looking for 10 women, so if you think that you might be interested, go ahead and message me and let's get the conversation started so that you guarantee your spot if you want to get back to the real you. Until next time.